What's going on, everybody? This is Alex Kirby from the Green Up Academy podcast. Hope you're doing great wherever you found us, if it's from Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, whatever it is. If you've been a long-time listener, thank you guys so much for joining us here on this episode of the Green Up Academy podcast, where we help you level up your green industry business one episode, one day, one mow, whatever it is at a time. In this episode today, we're going to be talking about how and when to hire an admin assistant. This is a question I've got from a couple listeners as I've talked about hiring and having admins at my companies for a long time. So the how and when and kind of what when it comes to admin, it is a critical person on your team, right? When to do it. You're out there mowing all day and you can't answer the phone. And when you're not answering the phone, that means you're not converting leads, people that are calling you, and you're missing opportunities for work, and you don't ever want to do that. And then, you're up all night doing invoicing or using Jobber. It can become very daunting. And so the obvious thing is, well, I need to hire an admin. So I'm going to help you guys with some hows and whats and when steps on when to do that. So let's jump right in.
Welcome to the Green Up Academy podcast with Alex Kirby, where we focus on helping you level up your green industry business. Whether it's marketing, finance, employees, or strategy, we talk about everything on this show to help you apply it to your business and change your family and company's future for decades to come. Here's your host, Alex Kirby.
So guys, I talked to lots of you guys lately, and a couple guys have asked me, Alex, when can I hire an admin, and how do I even find somebody? I don't have any idea. Well, let's kind of first start off with when, okay? When should you hire somebody? There's questions about revenue. There's questions about timing, seasonality of it, all those things. So let's kind of just jump into when should I hire an admin? Well, I think let's just start with a revenue goal. And this is very generic, so don't hold me to the line, but I've always thought that around $250,000 in business is a good starting point to think about hiring a part-time admin assistant, okay? You've got enough revenue. You're doing about $20,000 a month. If you hire an admin for $18 to $20 an hour, part-time, $20 20 hours a week, it's about $800 a month. I think the ROI can start making sense at that point. The whole premise of should I have an admin comes with this question. How much time can I save and produce more for the company with said time? Okay, so you as a business owner, your time is invaluable. You make the most money for the company 95% of the time. So let's just say round numbers, your time is worth $150 an hour, okay? And you're spending about 10 hours a week on admin. So that's $1,500 a week that is being your time in the admin work. Okay, so that's $6,000 a month. That's the way you need to think of it with your time. An admin doing the same amount and theirs is worth $20 an hour. That means $800 a month versus $6,000. You see the point I'm making here is there's a trade-off for your time versus someone else that can do the same tasks remotely close to the same, results. Not always, it's not going to be the exact same, but close enough. And the trade-off is crazy because now you can spend those 40 hours a month doing revenue generating things or things that produce money and make your company money. So that's kind of the first thought is at what point can you get that trade-off in that return on investment, okay? The other things is, first off, I just want to remind you guys that we have our Green Up Gathering at Equip Expo coming up. It's going to be on Wednesday night. I think it's October 16th. And it's going to be from 6:30 to 10:30 at main event. We have tickets still available for that. They're $60 a piece, but that includes a very, very robust dinner, unlimited games. I'm going to be giving a talk. We have a lot of raffles to give away. It's going to be a great time. So we have limited spots on that. Please sign up for that today if you don't mind, because I have to have a certain amount of tickets sold before the event so we can secure that place. So really excited to just hang out with you guys, all these people, all of you guys that I get to hear from, talk to, listen to the podcast for a long time. just want to be able to have an intimate setting. There's only 40 tickets for that reason. So you guys make sure you do that. So the other things to think about aside from revenue is, what type of person can you actually find when you need to go, part-time? Like what skills do they have, backgrounds, etc. I always looked for, when I was part-time, is like retired people who just need a little bit more income would be great. Recently retired, want to hang out with their grandkids, or stay-at-home moms whose kids are at school. I think that is like the perfect one. Their kids go to school from 8 to 3, so they want to work 8:30 to 2:30. Hey, 4 days a week, 8:30 to 2:30. Sign me up, right? That's tremendous. There's obviously other people, but most people who are looking for part-time work who have the skills, communication skills is what you're looking for. You're looking for people who know numbers, know customer service. Those are the things you're looking for. So kind of like how and who to, look for. Another one is now overseas talent. So if that's something that I'm going to be talking about more, I don't want to get too in depth here. But something that I've been implementing in my companies is overseas talent, global talent, we call it. So that's something you could look to too. But I think locally, moms and retired people will be great. So, okay, what things should my admin be doing? That's a question we get a lot. Okay. Well, the obvious one is answering the phone, answering emails, answering the website, answering the phones, and not just answering it, but doing things with it. So creating leads, creating customers out of the leads, upselling those customers, talking about the plans you have, talking about, seasonality things, whether it be, hey, it's aeration season. Have you thought about that? So they're not a salesperson, but they're a creating person. They create opportunities for sales. So answering the phones, obvious one. They need to be a master at your CRM. That's another like big one for my admins has been CRM work, right? They're just so good at it. So they should be able to work in your CRM and optimize it, make it beautiful, make it great for you and your team, and make it work the way it's supposed to. Invoicing is one. So you might be a little hesitant, right, with the money side. I understand that, but invoicing can take up a lot of time. So if you can have your admin doing the invoicing, not, paying the bills, so to speak, that would be a huge thing weight off your shoulders, going to the bank runs and stuff like that. I talked about local help and this fourth thing the admin can do. So business licenses, running checks to the bank, looking for vendors or subcontractors for you and getting you a list. There's so many local things they can do for you. And then when it comes to, if you have a team, they can do the onboarding of your hires, right? So they can, here's your uniforms, here's your new hire packet. They can put that together. They can do your SOPs and stuff. So some HR onboarding things is something your admin can do that would be great help. And then I don't know if you guys know about Notion. Notion's this really great platform that we use here at Backbone and Green Up Academy. It's kind of like a dashboard for everything about your company. It's not a CRM, I would say, but it's a dashboard. And so what it does for us is all our SOPs live there, our customer information. It's like a filing cabinet for everything we do. So Notion, your admin going on Notion and creating all these things for your company for them to live there, that would be a huge benefit for you as well. Okay, so how do I onboard and implement an admin? This is something I was talking to one of our Green Up guys about yesterday. Well, the first thing you need to do in order for it to go well, and the how part, is onboard well. You need to just sit there for a day and explain the ins and outs of your company so they understand what your goals are, where you want to go, and how you want them to implement those with you. Okay, that's number one. Second one is then physically train. So when I say onboard, I mean like get them on board, like on board with the mission, the vision, the values, the direction you're trying to go. The second is then train. Here's how we do things. But then you also need to be open to, well, hey, I want you to be my eyes and ears here. Tell me if there's something you think would be better. Be open to that change as well, because they're going to bring that value as the admin person. So do a lot of training. Don't just let them, hey, figure it out. No, go and train them. Number three, how to do it well is you need to leave room for mistakes. Like if they don't feel like they can learn and make some mistakes, then they're always going to be kind of on their toes and uncomfortable. You need to leave some room for mistakes because it's going to happen. The fourth one, how. find someone that's just super trustworthy, just very high integrity, a church type person. Now, a mistake that I've made probably is hiring people I know too often. So I'm trying to not do that as much because it creates some friction. But someone who's trustworthy, has good references, seems like a really solid person, et cetera. And then the last one, how do you bring on an admin, is just make sure they have good communication. Because they're going to be talking, they're going to end up being the face of your company in terms of over the phone. So talking for you in a way, you need to think of it that way. So making sure they have really good communication. But an admin can be a game changer, guys. Like I said, recouping your time, number one, creating margin for yourself and value on the admin side, number two, because a lot of companies struggle with admin. So you'll have a competitive advantage if you have an admin. And then number three, just helping you think through, I call this something I taught is like a champion. In business, it can get really lonely, and having a good admin who's kind of your champion, who helps you with things, projects, problems, networking, or troubleshooting, it can be a huge benefit to your company. So just want to do a quick episode here, guys, on how and when to hire an admin. If you're interested in talking to me more about this, there's a lot more details that go with it. I would love to chat with you. Go through, DM me, go through the Green Up Academy and sign up for a call. Would love to do that. We're also going to be doing a course on this here in the next couple months. So looking forward to that. Make sure you guys sign up for our Green Up gathering at Equip Expo. Tickets are limited. It's going to be Wednesday night, October 16th, 6:30 to 10:30. So make sure you guys sign up for that. And again, guys, thank you so much for listening. Go leave us a 5-star review wherever you're at and keep going, man. I know, I feel like the Holy Spirit's telling me, I know a lot of you guys are having a hard time today. Maybe something crazy's happened. Keep going, keep pushing. Don't give up. See you guys next time.